Hello, hello. This is Meet the Shoe, and I'm Sade.
I'm Nina.
Well, today we're going to talk about the purge that's supposedly coming and about the outbreak. The purge. Illinois has passed a law, and Illinois becomes the first state in a long time because there are other states, and we're going to elaborate on those other states that
Okay.
have the no cash bail. They're getting
Uh,
rid of that, right?
okay.
So Illinois call it the Safety Act.
Hmm.
And what does that mean? The Safety Act wills. Let me rewind. So in
Okay.
social media, we've been looking at. Oh, it's going to be a purge, and what else you were seeing? That how people are going to just be committing crimes and going mayhem in Illinois,
Right.
and that's not the case. That's not true. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Um, Illinois. I mean,
Hey, Mayla.
since the all
Mhm.
this Black Lives Matter, all this stuff came about, especially with the George Floyd.
Right.
Everybody wanted to police reform,
Right.
wanted to have massive prison reform.
Hmm.
All those things, came to the forefront since the George Floyd.
Hmm.
And Illinois did look into it. It took them a couple years because they started talking about this in 2021, last year.
Hey, Ricky.
And before, when you go to court, the judicial system, you know, put in effect, cash bail.
Right.
And cash bail was implemented for criminals or people being charged, allegedly charged with a crime, to
Hmm.
be able to post bail.
Right. So, question: when a person cashes the bill, right? That's a third party company. That's not the a company that's for bail,
The
right? That's a
the
that's a third party company that's acting to help the police force, like agencies, right? When they
Yes.
say there's different agencies and institutions that is made up amongst the police department, that's what they
Mm-hmm.
mean. So cash bail is a part of an agency that is connected to the police department, right?
Yes, police
Okay.
department and the jail as well, because everyone is
Right.
benefiting from that cash bail. And then when you think of it,
Hmm.
this shows that it's a cash cow for the criminal justice system.
Right.
This is them generating so much revenue to
Hmm.
lock people up and make them post bail, no matter how small the crime is or how large the crime is, right?
Okay.
So the cash bail that was implemented for a person to post bail in hopes for them to make come back to the next court appearance
Right. If they upon their release, right?
upon
After the
their
release.
release.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they really neglected that with mass incarceration
Right.
on petty crimes or three
Right.
times strike non-property crimes. So a
Right.
lot of people been black and brown
Right.
are the ones who really are not benefiting for the cash bails because the bails may be too high where you can't even fight your case in a proper way because you're in jail incarcerated on that crime. So
Right.
say me and you commit a crime,
Hmm.
we go rob a bank or something like that.
Right.
We both go before the judge,
Right.
and I or you are able to post bail, but I'm sitting in jail on the same crime because
Right.
I can't afford to post bail.
Okay.
So they changed this because a lot of people can't post bail, can't even afford it. And
Right.
which ones they can't afford bail? You already know the middle and low class people. So you see
Right.
them sitting there all going to jail and pleading guilty to things they may not have even done. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
You're just sitting there. So I think it's a good idea they did this. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And this does not mean that every criminal is going to get out without posting bail. All it
Right.
does is show that anyone with, especially a non-violent crime, someone that say drugs or soliciting, um, walking up and down the street, doing something that's not that's ticket worthy. They'll
Right.
come back to court. Just give them a ticket and they'll come
Right.
back to court. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Or just give
So
them a warrant
a warrant, yeah, or
if they don't return to court.
exactly,
Okay.
if they don't return to court.
Right.
So it's an awesome idea to me, and it's not just the Safety Act is not just for people, even the cash bail. It's a 700-page document implementing all kinds of laws. So not everyone's going to get listening to this media, mess that's
Right.
going around. It's about police reform.
Mm-hmm.
It's about prison reform, like I said.
Right.
A couple things that highlighted in jail, because when a person is waiting trial or waiting that's in jail, waiting to go to jail, some people you're supposed to be innocent, innocent, and you
Before
have to be
guilty.
proven guilty.
Right.
So the bail should not even be a factor right now, for people to even be looking at, because we are innocent until you're proven guilty.
Right.
Simple, point blank.
The thing about it also was that Cook County Jail was comparable to Rikers Island, right? Just because those are two large cities where the incarceration is like massive.
Yes.
Majority of the people that's in Cook County Jail have been waiting trial, sometimes up to 4 years, sometimes up to 11 years.
Yeah.
As high as 11 years, from my understanding, and that why would a person be on pretrial for that long? Right? The bail is supposed to hold that. The bail is supposed to hold the extension. A person life has changed tremendously even after 6 months.
Yes.
Right? And so if you're not guilty of what you're being charged of, why aren't you put through a trial immediately? Right?
Exactly.
So that's what the Safety Act is supposed to do, is it's eliminating the middleman. It's eliminating these third party organizations that post bails for you. Because there's a lot of people that have nonprofit and for-profit programs that pay bails for people. They haven't been doing so. Right? And so, because it's been such a big problem in our community, Black and brown community, with, like you said, not being able to afford the bail. So in Rikers Island is not even a due time in Rikers Island.
No,
it's a pre-trial center. Yeah. And I never thought that. I never knew that. I thought that it was where you go to do your time.
No, I didn't know that either till the other day when you showed me that. And they say a lot of people are waiting for trial, and many people have died just waiting on trial, either by the neglect of guards or other inmates killing them, saying they're snitches and all this type of stuff. So that's the thing, kind of getting rid of that overcrowdedness, and people getting hurt in prison, in jail, in fact, in jail.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that they think that when you go to jail and you commit a crime, you have to get a bail. Not true. The difference between federal and state is the feds don't give you a bail. They don't take no money. They don't take no money. The most that they will do, it's called a signature bond, right? Someone has to sign their signature in the feds for you to get out. Right?
Yeah.
And then they will sometimes allow you, as your own recognizance, to sign yourself out. If you put up your house, maybe mom or somebody got a house, but it's still a signature. They're not seeking to take your property from you.
Right.
The worst that they do is take your property from you that you may have had on you, or what you had why you got caught, right? Or what they found in your house when they raided it, right? So that's the difference between the feds and the state. The state, they want you to put up a house, a car, everything, right?
Yeah.
And they want you to do all of that. And it seems as though the government is trying to take everything to where they can benefit from.
That's it.
That's the point of them taking away, letting the First Step Act, I guess become an effect, right? Is because they're trying to cut out the middleman.
Right. And Illinois is not the first state doing this. Washington has done it, and Portland, Oregon has done it. So you don't see them states going to mayhem or a lot of people committing crimes where it's people not being held accountable for their crimes that they're allegedly committing.
Right.
It's it's funny how the world changed the narrative to their benefits.
Right. Yeah.
Another thing that caught my eye is in this safety act that if a woman that's pregnant goes to jail or in prison, and she's pregnant, she would be taken care of. Her medical needs will be taken care of right off the bat. They're not going to let her sit in jail and wait until she complain about her hurting or miscarrying. They will immediately book them in and get them a medical attention.
Okay. So they'll be releasing them right away if they're pregnant?
No. What they are doing, I know in the state of Minnesota, if a woman goes to prison, she's pregnant, she will get her medical attention, her medical care. She will have that baby in the hospital and will be released to work release. And they implemented this. They passed this law in August of this year. So she will get her medical attention, her and the baby. They would bond together for at least a year. For a year. And then if she has extra time left, or she would go home, but at least she would get that first year bond. That means a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's important for you to breastfeed your kid or be with your kid, during a horrible, something that was life changing for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that's a good part of the bill.
Right.
That law that was passed. So
okay.
Yes, girl, it's a lot. It's a lot in this document. I mean, it's so many policies. Even with the police, everybody was complaining about get the police to reform. Now the police would get more mental health checks.
So they're gonna get mental health checks, or they're giving the people mental health checks?
Police. So we're in another form of another phase of this law, and it's in the policing department. So they will be more they will have more mental health checks, because I know a woman that was an officer in Michigan, and she said once you become a cop, you only get a mental health check when you first apply.
Okay.
She was on the force for about 10 years and never had a mental health.
What?
No, yeah. So this needs to be more frequent, because it's so many factors that's going on in your life when you out here on the beat, on your feet, on the beat out here. You seeing mind altering things that's going on out here in the world. A person needs to be going to talk to a doctor or something. I think every 6 months, every year for sure, every year. Because your mind change. You know what I'm saying? Things change. Situations make you change. You can snap in an instance. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing that Illinois has implemented. More mental health.
A mental health check for the law enforcement.
For law enforcement. Mental health evaluations for law enforcement.
So did they ever say, explain how, they have, police have to answer, I'm saying like a series of 50 to 100 questions upon them doing an application, dealing with race, their background, interaction with people of different cultures and, lifestyle experiences. They have to answer all of those questions. And a lot of times they lie.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm wondering what the difference will be with the mental health, evaluation, because the series of questions is so janky nowadays, where people has a loophole with everything,
Yes.
It's so much as far as the information that's being given to them. It's so much it's so many issues, you know what I'm saying, with that.
It is.
And
that's why it's important for them to get checked more
right.
often than usual, you know.
Right.
Even when it's their job is questioned, they may do something that's out the ordinary. They would get a mental health evaluation.
Okay.
And another thing that happened within the police reform in this document, every police department, jurisdiction will have to wear body cams. The body cams have to be on record on every interaction. I don't care if it's a ticket, you're walking up with somebody on the bus, it has to be on.
Okay. Hey, Jeff.
And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, everybody's tripping, but you wanted this. Y'all wanted police reform. Okay, you want the police to wear their body cams. That's what they're going to do. That's what they have to do now. So I don't know what the big deal is.
Okay. The big deal is that they have a lot of ways that they alter it. Not that we've seen to where you know, like they can rewind the tape back or anything like that. I mean, once it's on, it's on, right? But they'll hold it a certain way, they'll turn a certain way. You'll see different little slick moves that they'll do. And I mean, in light of the police, sometimes they're in the heat of the moment, right?
Oh yeah.
They make mistakes just like we do. I mean, we're all human, right? The problem about it is that when they try to cover up what they done.
Oh yeah.
That's always the issue, right? Because why you already know that the camera is there. It's sad that the police that it's come to a world where you have to wear a body cam now anyway.
Yeah, but you know what? They have those body cams. They forget the body cam is on. They forget They forget the cameras rolling. I forget the cameras rolling sometimes, and I'm just talking fly at the mouth. I'm like, oh, the camera's rolling. You know what I'm saying? I was videoing the other day. You know, doing some stuff for the students, and I said, oh girl, you got to edit that.
Right.
You got to edit that.
Right.
So people, I mean, we kind of unconsciously forget things.
Right.
Big Brother's always watching.
Okay. I mean, in that way, Big Brother is watching Big Brother, right?
Yes. Jeff said those cameras can be manipulated, like the battery was low. Oh yeah, they can say the battery was low.
Okay. And see, when the battery is low, I'm glad. Good point, Jeff.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Because when the battery is low, it can sketch as though I'm saying something I'm not, right?
Right.
Or that it might have said something in a different place. You know what I'm saying? I said such and such. And there goes the excuse of, you know, what it was. My battery was low, or it wasn't working. Oh, that I forgot. I didn't get back to the battery in enough time, you know, to swap it out. And this happened during that time, and they know during that time, maybe 5 minutes. You know, 5 minutes is a long time. I know, right?
Okay,
wait, yes, Layla, I know, right? Shaking my head. in the middle of those little minutes that they got left, that's when they can kick somebody's butt, maybe kill somebody. You know, do some other things. I don't know. You know. Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
This week also with was it, I don't know what police department it was, but they were being charged with sex trafficking ring in the police department. Somewhere down south, right?
Oh, wow.
And yeah, it's a police department, so it's like you're protecting, you serve us. We are to honor, respect, and value you because you are putting your life on the line, right?
But you're manipulating at the same time.
Right. But then you have for the cops that actually go to work every day to do their jobs. Of course, we would love to make sure that they return home.
Right.
because they are servicing the community. That is a very tough job, right?
Yes, Jamila. Yeah, seriously.
But the ones that it's such a small amount of cops that are good. You know what I'm saying? If they never get the value and the respect that they, should get. The ones that have a clean record. You know what I mean?
Right.
That go to work the street or work the community. The ones that have overshadowed the great ones, right?
Yeah.
They're the ones that are getting in front of, everything, because everything is on a camera now. Everything is all over the internet, is for who can get it the fastest, no matter if it's the truth or not, right?
Right.
So when the police are, like I said, when the bad police are outweighing all of the good police, it's like that's why there's no trust there.
None.
The body cam, there's not even a body cam that can even have the community even believe anything that the police are saying.
Right. True. That's true.
Yeah.
Video can always be altered all the time.
I mean,
but look, they can alter it, but you can't alter the video.
Right.
They'd be like, you turn in a video what you did. They said, no, you altered it, you spliced and diced it.
Right. Right. And that's the thing. There has to be, I don't know what or when they're gonna come up with a department, right? They say what is that department that is called when they're internal, what's it?
Internal revenue.
Internal
revenue. Internal
investigation.
Yeah, something like that. Look, they all sound the same. They all want something from you. They want some money.
Right. Alternative, right? Alternative investigators, right?
Yeah, look.
Well, when it goes over to them, right? It seems as though they can be tainted as well. Everything can be switched, just as simple as us knowing that it's a body camera that can be altered, right?
Yeah.
And manipulated. Then so can people.
Oh yeah.
Simple.
Just like that.
So if you're not having if you don't know nobody and most of the Black officers can't speak up because they're outnumbered. That's true. That's very true. And I'm glad you said that, Jeff, because it's unsafe for the Black officers to speak up. If they speak up,
they lose their job.
It's like their families are being bothered. Internal affairs. Thank you, Jeff.
Internal affairs. Yes, thank you.
You said internal revenue.
Look,
you think about the taxes.
Look, prepare now, pay later.
Right. Internal affairs. Yeah. If you have if the officer has a friend or someone that can get a word over to internal affairs, there you go. They're out the clear again. You know what I'm saying?
They are.
I think
it's just hard on us Black and brown people, even if you're a cop, a criminal, a law-abiding citizen. It don't even matter. You just get in the back of the line.
Right. Period. I know. I don't know. All these things that they're coming up, these remedies and methods that they're coming up to change the system, right? Change generation. It seems like our generation is getting worse anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know about the First Step Act,
the Safety Act.
Safety Act, the Safety Act. Changing anything as far as more crime being committed, right? It hasn't. We don't know. It's new.
It's new. It's going. I assume it's going to be the same. The cash bail will be people that with non-violent crimes.
They're going to go first.
Let out. They're going to go first. You're still going to be seen by a judge if you commit murder and all that stuff. Anything violent against a person, you're going to see the judge. So you guys don't worry about that. Don't be scared about that. Anybody that commits crimes like that will see the judge for a bail.
Right.
I've had several officers to join our police force because of my corrections background, but it's too much corruption. It is too much corruption. Yes, it is.
And at a point, like Jeff being on the beat, right? And being serviced in the community, right?
Yep.
And then getting a partner, say he gets a partner that isn't as isn't as familiar of the community he's familiar with, right?
Right.
There's a lot of police officers that would talk about that.
Oh,
that they would have to train. It's like a second training, and they didn't want to do it, right? They had to train their partner on how to be in the neighborhoods that they weren't familiar with. You have these white police officers that come from suburbia.
Yes.
And put them in the city. They don't even know the language to speak.
No.
You have to, I mean, it's just like going to a foreign country, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're forced and put in these areas to where you're going to attack immediately. You're not trying to mediate. The officer is there to mediate. But now they're trained and forced and to enforce everything wrong, be aggressive on every level.
Exactly.
To get your respect, you don't even have to. The uniform is supposed to be respect, period. Like you got, who doesn't? I wouldn't want to live in a world without police.
No, no. Maybe you know what I was thinking?
The Safety Act is stating that, making it like we're going to be living in a world without police.
Oh, you might be robots.
Right. But that's not going to help us at all.
No, it's not. And in fact, they might be more abusive than anything else than robots.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah. So that's the clarification. We just want to clarify what this Safety Act is about in Illinois.
Yeah, because I kept seeing this one video of this Black woman. What you say, she was
She's
attorney,
an
attorney,
right? New York attorney. Yes, she was.
Right.
Yes,
and so that was good that she made the statement that she made, because she cleared up a lot of it. She had a very long video, right? So where she cleared up what it actually means. And a lot of things that she was saying was making a lot of sense. Like, they're not going to have a system that's not going to catch criminals. That's been since the beginning of time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so what they're doing to be lessened, I think that they pay attention to how what we watch and what we do to heighten us to kill each other and damage each other, because we are the only race, right, that kill each other as a massive number. We're not the only race that kill each other, though. Majority of the other races are killing each other as well.
Right.
Where in our race is just a larger number, right?
Yeah. So when that media sent out that misconception saying people can go into your house or sleep in your house or in your garage, and you really can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Well, the police will show up. The police can remove that person and give them a ticket. Right. I mean, it's just stuff like that to alarm a person. Well, if the police can't do it, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna take control.
Right.
Don't think like that. That's gonna make you be on the defense, and you go out there and commit a crime that's more heinous than what they did, and you'll be in jail for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just flipping the script. You feel me?
Yeah, they're making it to where you're assuming that you're gonna kill. You know what I'm saying? That you will kill each other. Right? Somebody step on my step and knock on the door too hard or ring the doorbell too long, I'm gonna just start shooting because they're coming in here to get me. And
that's not the case.
That's true. It's all about conflict resolution. But if you're not familiar with the community you patrol, they react first. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And trying to wipe us out. That's what they're trying to do.
Right. But that's not going to happen. I mean, do you think that the world will run even for them without Black people? I mean, majority of everything that's ran is ran by us. It was it's all
ideas,
majority of our ideas and off our back anyway. So I mean, to control it, yeah, it's definitely under control for sure.
Yes.
But yes, we just wanted to give y'all clarification on the Safety Act that everybody been talking about since last week, right?
Okay.
You see the guy on there explaining, reading the laws off on the cities that they were going to start with first in Chicago. They're really, really stuck on what they were saying about Chicago because of how much killing is there.
Right.
So, yeah.
And they'll have control of that. They will go out and a shooting, something happened, the officers will go out and investigate.
Right, huh? Arrest. They will arrest
too. Oh, arrest if it's right there. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, we want to thank you guys for listening and tuning in. Please like and subscribe our content. Share it as well. We are sponsored by Cashmere Luxe Hair Salon, where I sell natural hair care products, shampoos, conditioners, and growth products. You can get it on www.cashmereluxehairsalon.com. And we could get your waist trainers and body shapers and stuff to help you, keep your posture up at Bossed Up Beauty Boutique. And it's www.bossedupbeauties.com. And look, Lena Beans, baby.
Hey, get your body butter, beard juice, and sugar scrub. www.lenasbodybutterplus.com.
Thank you, guys.